In a village where the clay spoke of generations past, there lived a young, gifted potter. His name was Kai. His hands were a gift. His creations were flawless. But in his heart, there was no peace. Kai's life was an endless pursuit of perfection. Every vase, every bowl, had to be without blemish. But when even a tiny bubble of air appeared in the clay, when a hairline crack marred his work, his world would shatter. He would smash the piece in a fit of rage, leaving his studio filled with the bitter dust of his broken dreams. He felt so small, and every problem felt so big. One day, a wise old potter entered Kai's studio. His name was Jiro, and his work was beloved not for its perfection, but for its soulful, deliberate imperfections. Jiro found Kai sitting amidst the wreckage of his latest creation. He said nothing, but his eyes held a quiet understanding. Jiro walked over to a table and picked up 2 lumps of clay. He gave one to Kai. "Shape it," he said. Kai, filled with frustration, tried again. But his tense hands only created more air bubbles. He sighed in defeat. Then, Jiro took his own lump of clay. With a gentle smile, he plunged it into a vast vat of water. He let it sit there, soaking, for a long time. Then, he began to knead it, slowly and patiently. The water had worked its magic, and the clay became soft, pliable, and smooth. As he worked, Jiro spoke. "Kai, your frustrations are like the air in your clay. If you keep your spirit small, every little imperfection will cause you to break." Jiro held up his lump of clay, now a perfect, smooth canvas. But if you soak your heart in patience, like this clay, if you allow it to expand and absorb life's challenges, every problem will eventually soften and become part of a stronger, more beautiful form. Kai looked from the soft clay in Jiro's hands to the sharp, broken pieces on his floor. In that moment, he understood. The goal wasn't to avoid the bubbles and cracks of life, but to have a heart big enough to make them disappear. Kai began to work with a new heart, not in pursuit of perfection, but of peace. He learned that a life isn't defined by its lack of problems, but by the size of the heart that overcomes them. And in the end, the pieces he created were not just flawless. They were beautiful, perfectly imperfect, just like the story of a man who finally learned to find happiness within himself.